Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexandria. If you are new here, hey, hi, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. If you are coming back for another video, then welcome back. So this video is a little bit different. I've never done like a little project on like a grow project on my channel, but I am going to be doing it this summer, so I figured that I would share just in case there's anybody else that wants to give it a go. It's called the 9 pot plot, and it's perfect for anybody who does grow bag containers or just, you know, small space gardening, or whichever direction gardening takes you, or whatever phase of your journey that you're in. Right now I do have a larger space, but once the trees and things come in, my yard is mostly shaded, so that kind of cuts back on the space that I have to grow in. So I have found this little project in this book. It's called Grow All You Can Eat in 3 Square Feet. I actually got it at Five and Below last year, and I really like it. So the concept of the 9 pot plot is you have 9 pots that can equate to the same amount of produce you would grow within 3 square feet. It has a wide variety of crops. Some herbs are thrown in there as well, and it actually gives you a kind of layout for, you know, what they recommend growing, you know, within the time frame. My spring to summer separation is about 60 to 55 to 60 days. I'll be interested to see kind of how it works out this summer, because it started getting warm earlier, so it's probably going to get warmer earlier too, but I will just, you know, deal with it as it comes and just make the best of it. So I already have my seeds separated so that you can have all the information within one space. I'm going to go over it briefly within this video, and then we'll plant on the next video, because it's a lot of information, and I know some people just, you know, they watch videos while they clean, and however you work it, whichever is best for you, I'm going to give the information and you do with it as you will. So on the 9 pots, they'll start in the spring. So for everyone that's now, it's not really warm enough to start planting outside, so you would have to kind of gauge the seeds that you choose. Definitely keep in mind the days of harvest for each crop that you're putting in there. For example, being that mine is my grow season is about 50 to 55 days, then I wouldn't choose a squash that took 70 days or 80 days, or, you know, if there is even a thing, but just an example. So I've also made a few adjustments on my end as far as what I am going to be planting in my 9 pots, just off of preference. You can do the same. So again, just keep the grow days in mind when choosing what you're going to put in your 9 pots. I think that'll definitely bring you, it's getting very windy. I think that'll definitely give you the most success in kind of, you know, how your stuff turns out. If this does not work, then I'm gonna try again. So here we are. Okay, so within this video, I'm also going to be letting you know like what I'm going to be growing in my pots. And then in the printout, I'm gonna give just basically a breakdown of kind of like what the book says. And then I'll do my alternate as well, or what I chose for the project. I made adjustments to mine based off of the days to harvest and the time that I'm dealing with. Once summer comes, or when you're dealing with the summer crops, there are some that they're recommending using starts, just because, you know, okay, just in case y'all are wondering, carpenter bees are bullies. Anyway, I move on. So yeah, so there are some plants that you would have to use a starter. So you can either pick them up from your local nursery, big box store, or you can start the seeds yourself. That's something that I'm just kind of playing by ear. I haven't really been successful in starting a lot of seeds that have made it to the garden and actually produced anything. So once again, I'm playing that by ear. But in this video, I'm going to tell you what I have chosen for our 9 pots based off of our preferences and the time that we're dealing with. I'm not going to grow anything that myself or my family doesn't eat, and I would advise you kind of go about it the same way. But I have mine all written out, so we're going to just kind of go over this super fast. I'm going to list them from pot 1 to 9. Each pot is only going to have one type of crop in it. So I'm just going to list them and just know that each one is going to be a separate pot. So here we go. So for the first pot, I'm going to do radishes. And because my bags are a little wider, I have a variety. So you get what you get, based off of what size your pot is. But the first pot is going to have radishes. I have early Scarlet Globe, watermelon, and French breakfast radishes. Pot 2 is going to have mixed lettuce. 3 is going to have squash. I'm either going to do early white, I'm going to do squash, early white bush scallop squash. I'm also going to do white Lisbon bunching onions for pot 4. Pot 5 is sugar magnolia peas. Pot 6 is squash. That's going to be another squash. It's going to be the early prolific straight neck squash. Number 7 is going to be carrots. I have the Chantney red core carrots, and then I also have cosmic purple carrots. Those I think one of those falls a little bit outside of my 50 to 55 day window, but I'm okay with baby carrots because I'm okay with baby carrots, so that's why I'm choosing those. Pot 8 is going to be beets. I'm also going to do a variety in there. I have sugar beets, gold beets, and bull's blood beets that I'm going to be using for that. And then pot 9 is going to have kohlrabi in it. I have purple and white. Never had kohlrabi, but I think it's pretty. I want to taste it. I want to try it, so I'm going to grow it. And then my summer lineup for my 9 pots is going to be Blue Lake green beans. The next pot for pot 2 is going to be tender green improved green beans. Pot 3 is White Wonder cucumbers. Pot 4 is okra. Pot 5 is muncher cucumbers. 6 is yellow pear tomatoes. 7 sweet banana peppers. 8 cinnamon and dark opal basil. And pot 9 is going to be an indigo rose cherry tomato. So that is all that I'm doing within my 9 pots. My next video, which is going to be coming right after this one, is going to be me potting, just starting some seeds for this spring season, which is going to include my 9 pots, because I won't have I'm not going to put anything official into the ground because I use my raised beds and things for my summer crop, because that is my longest grow season, which equates to most of our food. So that one will be coming soon, right after this one. So please be sure to subscribe to get the notification when the video comes out. But yeah, if you have any questions, please be sure to leave those down below. You can check me out on Instagram. I'll also be doing more frequent updates over there. It is Mama Breaking the Mold on Instagram. So again, I hope that this project is something that fits within your realm, as where you are, and I hope that this is something that someone can benefit from, because there's no such thing as not having space to garden. So grow your own food if you can. It'll be a life-changing. Bye.